Hey, we are back with another subject. The subject for today is Miss Crimson Cure talks about The Woman King, the movie The Woman King with Viola Davis, which is supposed to be a true story, but as usual, in Hollywood, get a touch of a true story about us. It's changed. It's changed a little bit, but it doesn't take away. Women were kings. We did rule ish. Hey, Real Talk Loretta, how you doing, sweetie? It doesn't take away. Women were kings. We're going to wait about a minute or two for some people to get in here. So if you're catching this on a replay, don't forget to skip through this and go straight to the show. Hey, Kenneth. How you doing, my brother? That's right. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. What's up, King of Kampala? What's up, Kang? Gibby? Aw, we love you even more, Real Talk. But, see, I always like to talk about her because she is what you call the mammy. She is a real mammy. Doing fantastic. Well, that's good to know. But she is a real mammy to the teeth. It's like if you want to help somebody, it's different. If you're talking truth to somebody, that's different. But when you're making profit, it's bad enough men make profit off of women all day, every day. But when you got women that profit off of women just to be a mammy to a man, this is where we have a problem. Because see, nobody's perfect, and everybody have a story to tell. Nobody has walked in anybody's shoes. We may have gone through some of the same things, but some may have been worse than others. Some people are stronger than others, so I could have been through something way worse than you when I'm stronger than you. So it may appear like I've been through nothing. And some people may have been through something that's really not bad, but it's really bad to them. It's like a paper cut. A paper cut, you don't feel it, but some people go, oh, shucks, just a paper cut. Some people go, oh my God, I hurt. It's a paper cut. It all depends. So we're going to speak upon the Lady King. And if anybody's seen the movie, let me know. Did you see the movie? Did you see the movie, The Lady King? Johnny, we're gonna start right now. Let's hear all the negative stuff she got to say about the state. Let's just see. We want to hear all the negative stuff she got to say.
It's just as ridiculous as I thought. Show of hands, who actually saw it? I'm not gonna ask no questions as to how you saw it, but put a one in the chat if you were able to watch it. Okay. No, it ain't no judgment because I watched it myself. And I watched it so I can know what I'm talking about. Um, but put a one in the chat if you watched it. Couple of people.
Go on with yourself. Tell us how masculine it is. Go on, go on, go on, go on.
Just a couple of people. Okay. It's and you know what? It's cool because we shouldn't give it money. You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't give it money. So
Mm, the nerve of her.
so I appreciate those who went to see it. I definitely appreciate your honesty. So a couple of us actually I'm not this isn't about spoilers or anything like that. So this is not going to be a movie review, especially not in the traditional sense of that. Um, so I'm not here to rate it and all of those sorts of things. Hey, Dr. Sherry. So this isn't going to be like a movie review.
Mm-hmm.
The movie was bad. And one thing I'll say is that we got to stop being entertained. We got to stop stopping at whether a movie entertained us or not. Because they're meant to be entertaining. First of all, I am going to say this. I am going to say this. As a writer, as a person who writes fictional stories, I've probably completed about 6 fan fiction novels, 3 for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 3 for The Predator, and a whole host of one shots. I've done like other writings, poetry. So as a writer,
Mm-hmm.
right? Thank you, Torrance. I heard the piece of people who saw it, loved, and clapped based on someone I'm familiar with who saw it. Tells me all you need to know about this movie. Glad you said that, Torian, because that's what the movie was for. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Theo Johnson, so much for your
She
contribution.
thanking all the men that's
Um,
giving her money.
so just as a person who
Hey,
writes
Dad Chain.
fictional characters and character building and storyline building, subplotting, and all of this sort of thing. And I happen to think I'm pretty good. My writing has evolved over the years, but I happen to think I'm pretty decent with it. From that standpoint, I didn't like the writing of the movie. I didn't like the writing, period. But from a creative standpoint, I don't think the movie was very well written. It moved from one thing to another, and it was like, for real, this how we moving the story along. Like it wasn't no real good ways to move. Plots need vehicles. Good plots have good plot vehicles. And a plot vehicle is the thing that moves the story along, the reasons why the story moves on. But I'm not even going to get into that.
Go ahead, get into what you're gonna get
Thank
into,
you, Chris.
girl.
So after this weekend, I learned some black folks don't want to know the truth. That's the point. That's a point. Um, so here are the writers, the producers, and the directors, okay, of this movie. The director, I do believe, is biracial. The rest of these women are European.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are your kids in grades 6 to
They
11?
wrote this
Harvard has made
movie about black people for their people. It wasn't for us. One moment. So these are the individuals behind the writing and the producing and the directing of this movie. Torian made a very good point. Would be a bunch of PC people standing up cheering for this movie because the movie was them talking about us behind our back to our face, to each other and to the world. This movie was not for black people in the sense of this is not a movie for our edification, for our upliftment, for opening our eyes. This movie wasn't about introducing us to a part of our history or
It was.
anything like that that could have a positive spin or that could have a positive denotation for us. It is not like that. By the way, I'm gonna ask something very off topic. I got glasses that are anti-reflective. As a viewer, just put a one in the chat if this is better for the glare in my glasses. I've been trying to deal with that. But anyway, oh,
Girl, we
hopefully
ain't paying you your glasses no mind.
Okay, I'm gonna remember that. Panther was fiction and showed black people in positive and functional roles that we could excel and grow from as a people. That the homie were dysfunctional and a cautionary tale at best, nothing more. Thank you so much. And okay, it's I'm glad that this is helpful to the people viewing. Thank you.
See, what people fail to realize, what movie, we don't own nothing. Like, we really don't own nothing. So, what movie do we have that's really going to tell the whole truth? So, should the actors not play in a role? Because even if it's, like I said, when we do movies, I don't care if it's a bio movie, they always add something fictional in it to make you watch it. It's not always strictly like the way it is. So, out of all the movies that's made about us, it's still the same thing. So, should we not work? Because it was woman kings. We did fight. That part is true. Now, should it make you say, hey, let me go check out the woman king? Let me go read as much as I can read about it as I can. Because I didn't know there were kings that were women. I would think that would be the better thing to do than to judge black people for playing a black role. Right? And I've seen a lot of people talk about the movie. I did not see where they said it was a bad movie. I mean, I didn't. Did any of you guys see it? Let me know. See, I only watch the movie once it come on the Fire Stick. If it ain't come on the Fire Stick, I ain't gonna see it.
The way in which this story was written portrayed the Agoji, portrayed the what is now modern day Benin or the Dahomey civilization as a place that had a king, but it was missing the four P's. This was a place that was written with a black man as a king, supposedly in charge, yet the place
Hey, Miss Hooks.
lacked all four P's, or it was dysfunctional in all four P's. And yes, Lupita did turn this roll down. Thank you, Miss Lupita. Because when we think about the four P's in a society, and you have a kingship that is led by men, what you expect is that the four P's are going to be prolific throughout the society.
I'm good, hon.
We're not
Miss
talking
you.
about one-to-one. We're talking about a society that has structure.
Oh God,
And
here
a
she go.
society that has a good structure, that has a proper structure, is oftentimes a successful society.
Well, Miss Crimson Tide, Miss Crimson Cure, why do you think if men, well, of course I know why, because you work for the man, but what makes you think that if it was a man instead of a woman, things would have turned out different? You show me in history where we, the people, the black people, when we was taken over, the man held it down. The man held it down and they did not take over. It doesn't freaking matter. If it's a man or a woman, you're going to get the same results. The same results with them four P's that you're talking about. See, sometimes you do need a woman in charge. Because women in charge, if women was in charge, they only fight if they have to fight. They only go to war if they want to go to war. They don't just, like, women just don't go saying, let me conquer this and let me conquer that. Women stay, right, okay, this is my island, I'm good. I'm worrying about my island right here. It's the men that cause destruction. A lot of destruction on this earth is caused by men and their egos and their willingness to conquer. They want to conquer. I heard the interview with Viola Davis, and she would never act in a movie that negatively portrayed us in a negative light. Not for any amount of, not Viola. I totally agree. But a lot of where we're at, because the men are with the wars. So how much structure is that? Men are the cause of a lot of boys and little girls and wives. A lot of them has ascend, if you know what I mean, because of men greed. A lot of innocent people lost their lives because men wanted more land. They wanted gold. They wanted diamonds. They wanted ivory. We have people We got animals. We even got species that are now going distinct, instinct, because of men greed, not because women greed, because of man's greed. So I don't really understand what she is talking about, that it should have been better if it was a man that was king. Look at what all these male kings have done. Look, look around. Check any history book you want to check. They always want to go to war. All they do is they get they men together, what they call their, I'm trying to call it the armed forces. They learn how to fight. They, even back in the days, they learned how to fight and use that sword. Then it moved up from swords and arrows and to all these other things until what we got today. But look what men have done to this world. Now, if it was women, it'll be less wars. It'll be more of you stay over there, I stay over here. But don't get stupid, because then we can fight. But see, it's not like that with men. It's not like, okay, you get stupid, we'll fight. It's I'm coming to take your ish. I'm taking over your ish. This gonna be your land. Your land gonna be my land. Your woman gonna be my woman. Your animals, your everything gonna be mine, 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 and mine. So I don't get what she's talking about and what books she have read. But look what men have done to this world.
And a society that does not have good structure, that struggle in the 4 P's, that struggle with provision, that struggle with problem solving, that struggle with protection, that struggle with procreation, usually they're going to struggle all the way around. So we have a society where black men are technically in charge of it, yet the provision is a struggle, because they're tied in between whether or not they're gonna continue with the slave trade and making their wealth that way, or are they going to begin to trade and sell in their natural resources, such as the palm oil. He had to be shown, although he was the king, he was unaware. He had to be shown that, hey, we produce on a mass scale palm oil. Like, we have natural resources that we can utilize in order to expand our wealth. What kind of king doesn't know exactly what kind of natural resources he has in the land that he's presiding and ruling over?
A lot.
What kind of king,
a lot,
other than an impotent, incompetent, know nothing kind of king? Thank you, Fresh Out. Says, salute, Crimson. We love your work and the channel. You're amazing. Thank you so much. So only an incompetent king doesn't know we have this kind of agriculture. We've got that kind of agricultural resource. We can grow this. We can grow that. You know, we can mine. There's precious metals here. There are precious minerals that we've discovered, and we're able to process this stuff to make it usable, to make it trade. You know, we got spices, or we have, animals, and we can do leather, or we can do food. Whatever the case may be, a king that is competent, that is a leader, knows all of this stuff, and he knows this stuff because he has a council that is consistently and continuously making him aware of the current state of his kingdom. So he isn't necessarily going out every day checking to see what he got. What he has is the Minister of Agriculture, let's just say. He got the Minister of Agriculture. That one is responsible for saying, you know what, we can grow these kinds of crops. We grow these kinds of crops. And this is worth such and such on the world market.
Huh? Girl, please.
So a king has a cabinet. He has a council of individuals that are heads of different aspects of the kingdom, or are in charge of different aspects of the kingdom, or have knowledge
I
of
want to know how
different
she know.
aspects of the kingdom.
First of all, what she's saying sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good, but
It
what
sounds
kingdom has she ever
it's,
been in?
it sounds really good. But guess what? A real king, before a king sit up there and put somebody in all these different places, a king got to know for himself. A king should know since he's born, not what kind of they should already know what grows there. They already know what grows because it's already it's already in the soil. It grew already, so we already know it's there. Number one. Number two, you will have to say that all of them people are trustworthy. That I could just sit back and they're gonna come give me a report. No, a real king, yeah, you do appoint these people for different things, but a real king still gotta go check out what they saying. You understand what I'm saying? That's just like a lot of these people who go to jail for tax evasion, tax fraud, or not paying their taxes, but they go, but I did pay my taxes. No, they left it up to their accountant. Their accountant didn't do their job. So now who looks after the accountant? Same thing for a king. He don't just, oh, I got all these things. No, that don't mean everybody is telling the truth. I let my man listen to some of these pounding videos and he does not agree with not one thing. That's because your man is a real man. She, right here, what she does is like she's got another video talking about what we should have learned from the man fear and what the man this and what. They're so fixated on men. It's crazy. Well, I get why she do it. Like I keep telling you guys, she get paid very well to do it. She gets paid very well to do it. I can switch this channel right now and start just talking about women. Watch my thing grow. Watch how big this channel will be, but I wouldn't do that. But I'm not going to sell myself just so because it pays me well. Because believe me,
the men are the one who's paying her.
Yeah, the men are, because she's speaking for them. Remember, boy, say how many times I showed her on the side. Bam, $99. Bam, $100. I mean, they don't give her no less than $50, and she's getting all of this in super chat. So yeah, I get it. It pays, and a lot of women jumped on board with this femininity stuff. Why? Because it pays well. If you're talking up for a man, see, this is the problem that I have. If you're talking up for a man, right, and he don't have to talk, of course he gonna pay you, because he doesn't have to be a man and speak for himself. So I'll let the women speak for me. I hit it off lovely. Sometimes, that's why I tell people, sometimes you just gotta settle for like just being a small channel. Sometimes you have to settle for being a small channel. Because to be a big channel, you got to throw a lot of people under the bus. You got to throw, because it pays well. Yeah, it pays her damn well. Now, some people, they got to, start the beef. The beefing, like, because why? People may not, yeah, exactly. It's a true story. Some people may not want to beef, but that's what brings the audience. But after that beef is over, what you gonna do? Find somebody else to beef with? Some people, just to get monetized, they would start beefing with people. And I'm like, there is
And
no way.
that's Bigo. She need to go on Bigo.
Who?
Them beef people. That's what they do on Bigo. They beef with this person, and then once that dies down, they find somebody else.
Yeah, but the people does it on YouTube also. That's
Hmm.
big old YouTube, but she doesn't do beef. I'm just talking about people who do
Right.
beefing, right?
Right.
But I'm just saying how it pays more when you do beef channels or you talk about women. Anything that talks about women, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Anything that lift up women is like, unless you going against some of them men. But like when people are talking good, the support is not there. The support is never there when you don't sell out. When you sell out, then you get all the support. You get mad support. So,
So
like I
she's
said,
saying the king should know everything that goes on in the whole palace, and he's supposed to know that, or what? Or else that makes him what?
no, what she's doing, what you're saying is correct. But what she's saying is what makes the woman king, because this is about the woman king, the movie with Viola Davis. So
Okay.
she's basically saying that, of course, the job wasn't a good job because that's a woman. But if it was a man, it would have been done from what she's saying. But she's saying that, woman would never think of that. Baby, hello. If a woman don't do nothing, a woman know how to cover her ass. A woman in charge know how to cover her ass. You are one. You understand what I'm talking about? Men do stuff recklessly and they don't cover their asses because they don't think it through. At least women think things through. Even though if a woman is going to cheat, she thought it through. Like she, it may took her forever. Like a man right then and there. Come here, baby. Get over here. Start touching on that man. Boom, you got it. A woman, she got to think it through. Like, damn, should I? Should I not? Blah blah blah. Blah. I'm not talking about women who have like problems and stuff and been through stuff and that's what they do. That's different. I'm talking about regular women. She's gonna think it through. Is it gonna hurt my family? Is it gonna break my family up? Is he gonna know? Is he gonna find out? Men just go on and bam. Same way that man, Neil Long, he knew he moved to out there to Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken. That's where he at. He did this knowing that that story was coming out and blindsided her ass. See, that's how men gets down. They blindside your ass. I'm not saying that woman can't blindside you, but it wouldn't have been like this. See, men don't think stuff out, right? They be so mad when different groups of men uplift black women and let black men know they can't speak for other groups of men. Yes, yes, yes.
And the surrounding kingdoms, his diplomats, the people who are responsible for making communication and having communication with other neighboring tribes, nations, to know whether these tribes and nations are hostile, to know whether they're friendly. Can we trade with them? Are they dangerous? Do we need to watch our back with them? He meets with other heads of state, so on and so forth. And this is coming from a person that don't really get mobility all that much. I'm not here to pretend like I know, right?
You just act like
But
it.
it just makes sense.
So you just act like you know shit.
This king did not have a council. He didn't have a proper council. They showed him in a couple of meetings. Thank you, Mr. Vincenzo.
Smile, girl. She done gave you some money, huh? Woo.
Said you've been on fire lately. Keep growing our minds. Thank you so much.
How much he gave you? I'm gonna check. Let me see how much he gave her. Let me see how much he gave her. Oh, he only gave her $35.
So they showed him having a couple of meetings.
She took $35
and all of that type of thing. But they didn't really show him dealing with a council. They didn't show him as a competent leader. So the provision, he was unsure of the method in which he would provide for the people in his kingdom.
So that's the reason?
Which goes into problem solving, because they had an issue with the Oyo Empire. They had an issue with the French. They had an issue with the Mahi Empire. How to solve those problems?
You tell us, because that king
How
didn't.
to either have diplomacy or how to conduct war. Do you need diplomacy or war? Is it more beneficial for the Dahomey people to have diplomacy or war? Because a king has to ultimately make that decision. What's best? What's the problem solving?
No, that's how women think, not men.
He didn't know which way to go.
But I thought he was supposed to.
Protection.
I thought he was supposed to. He's a
Bad.
man, right?
It was bad. If you watch the movie, how many of you noticed that folks could walk in and out of that palace at will? I don't know no movie that was meant to show a kingdom or whatever, whether they were showing a struggling kingdom or whether they were showing a kingdom that was really on top of their game. I've never seen a place where you could just walk through and the guards just open the gate. Thank you, MS Delta guys, that keep doing good work, sister. Thank you so much. So they having their little ceremonies and they, you know what I'm saying, doing what they got to do. They honoring the king, blah, 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 blah. And the Oyo general just walked in with all kind of hostilities. He walked in with a threat in his mouth. He walked in talking smart to the king. He walked in making demands. He walked in like he owned the place. He didn't get a knife to his neck. He didn't get his head blown off. He didn't even so much as get stopped at the door. Like, hey, you know, we doing our little program, you feel me? You can't just walk through. You can't just, do you got a ticket? You ain't even got no ticket? No, see, because if you don't have no ticket, you can't come through without you at least got to have a ticket because you have an invitation. If you ain't got no invitational ticket, I don't know how you're going to get in here. So this is my invitational ticket.
Invitational ticket?
Thank you, Miss Dawn. Said they made it like his chaotic wife was actually calling shots. And when not allowed, she had tantrums. We're going to get to that. Thank you, D. So I'm sending a super chat because you actually paid to see that movie. I can't. Okay. Thank you so much, D. Don made a very good point. This is a part of that emasculation of men. Because you notice anytime that there's a lot of masculine women in a society, there's also a lot of effeminate men. And the only men that were allowed in the palace grounds were the eunuchs, the ultimate effeminization of a man.
Oh, Lord.
Cutting his stuff off.
Oh.
So he walking around like this. Honey. I don't know. Keeping up trouble in the palace between the wives, which were feminine, by the way, and also portrayed as evil, manipulative, backstabbing, backstabbing.
But that's the way some men are. What the hell you want? What do you want?
We have to remember
No.
who's writing this stuff.
Okay.
The dynamic between the men and the women. Let's get to the dynamic between the women and the women, because I just touched on it, but let me really talk about it. There was a battle of wills between feminine black women and masculine black women.
Huh? What?
The masculine black women,
Mm-hmm.
the Ogoji,
Mm-hmm.
were so revered that you couldn't look at them by the order of the king.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't really look them in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
The feminine women, which were portrayed as the king's wives and consorts,
Mm-hmm.
were portrayed as these highly manipulative,
They are.
backstabbing,
They are. They are.
some of them are somebodies
They are.
that try to keep up a bunch of mess
They do.
and try to come in between
That's what they
the
do.
power of the king and come in between his authority and come in between his relationship with his generals, specifically Viola's character.
Well, that's what they do. You, baby. Does she really do think she is feminine? She believes so, but baby, I got some videos, her older videos, her mouth is much better. She used to call women gutter snipe and all types of names she used to call women. And I'm like, that's coming from a female's mouth? Baby, feminine women start shit too. Feminine women is been very, very vindictive. That's why some men choose women that have a big mouth and say how she feel, because he's getting the truth out of her. That's why you'll hear some men say, hey, I like your spunk, or I like this in you. Or you'll hear a man go, oh, she mad real. Some men is going to pick that over you being feminine, because them is the women that put stuff in your food with a smile. You understand what I'm saying? Them are the ones, because remember, everybody got feelings. Everybody got emotions. I don't care who you are. Feminine, masculine, omega, alpha, stigma, it doesn't matter. Everybody has feelings. And you can't think that even if you are, just like Nature Nut, I don't care how good the women make it appear that they're taking orders. But believe me, they have feelings. When they get slapped up, they have feelings. When he talks to them and you look at their face, they have feelings. But them are the women that'll get you with a smile. Like, cup of tea? Here, baby, I made you a cup of tea. But I didn't ask for no tea. Well, baby, you know, you were sitting here, it's a little bit cold in the house. I thought you may want some tea. Or there are the women that if you get home at a 10 o'clock, then the women that beat you home by 9:45. They come in 15 minutes before you, get in the bed, act like they've been there all night. And men catch on to that. Unlike a girl that's like, yo, what's up? So it all depends on what men like. Not every man, they don't want that fake feminine stuff. They want to know, God forbid, if something happens right then and there, you able to hold shit down. The same way a woman wants to know, if something happened, you able to hold ish down. That's all two people really want to know from each other. Can you hold ish down? They don't want you to sit up there and wait for them Well, wait for you. The man, they don't want you sitting up there waiting for them to get home to tell them, well, you should do this, you should do that. I don't know why they're trying to push that stupidness, but it's not possible. It's not possible. And it shouldn't be a thing that, especially feminine women, they'll never ever admit, but they are so glad when they men at work. Soon as that man come home, it's like, oh, damn, he home. Shit. Now they gotta put that fake smile on. They gotta spray the perfume on, fix their hair, put a fake smile. Hey, honey, you home? But really in their mind, like, fuck. I was sitting up in here watching my TV show. I was chilling. Now this ninja home. Now I gotta do for him. I just can't. He coming, my show halfway finished. Now I can't finish watching my show and shit. Or I'm on the phone running my mouth. And here he go. Damn, fuck, he home. Ah! But hi, honey. I'm so glad you're home. I miss you. Oh, lying asses. Oh, lying. They could lie. There's some lying ass people. But let's go.
So we basically have the demonization of feminine black women.
Oh, excuse me.
Thank you, France. So it's good to see more viewers watching your channel. Keep growing and teaching, Lioness. Thank you so much.
Say no damn
Really
lioness.
appreciate it.
Just a hyena.
We got a lot of points, and we're not even halfway through the show.
I'm gone, girl.
So actually, I'm making decent time, better time than I thought. So the dynamic between the women was really interesting. Going back to the dynamic of the men and the provision, the one thing that black men usually and consistently provide to themselves, to their families, to their civilization, and to the world at large is spiritual competence, spiritual compass, spiritual stability.
Hold on.
And morality.
Hold on. Women. All my ladies in the house. Did y'all hear what she said that black men was always able to do? If you seen it, press 1. If a man provided everything she said, press 1. I ain't never seen no man provide all of that. Maybe some, but guess what? So do we. Yo, she killed me with this. Yo, she killed me with all these things the man do. Have mercy. Ain't nobody put one in there, right? Okay, I'm not going crazy. Because we got to ask the women, is the reality. Where does the men do all that? I don't know. Where he at? Where this man at, girl? Where this man you talking? You always talking about these men. Where they at? You ain't found one. You ain't found one. Because you still alone. So you ain't find the man that you talking about neither. Let's go.
That's missing. That's missing. The men in the movie were portrayed as monstrous, as incompetent, as bloodthirsty, dull-witted, and physically and mentally inferior to the women.
Well, what do you want us to do about that?
Because we saw it in the trailer.
Oh,
but that moment in the film where they have a male soldier and one of the female soldiers with the spear, chest to chest or whatever, shoulder to shoulder. and she's backing him up out of the circle.
Mm-hmm.
That is both a physical dominance of men, a male soldier trained to fight and kill, but it is also a dominance of willpower, a force of will.
What?
That she had more willpower. She had more heart.
Oh, well. So that's her fault?
Do you understand the problem of that? How problematic that actually is?
Yes.
For two soldiers, one male, one female. A man who is biologically designed to go into war. Biologically designed to fight. Biologically designed to be able to take more pain. To be able to overlook more pain. Especially if his adrenaline is up. Especially if it's a life or death situation. This is why soldiers have been men historically throughout.
Hold up. Damn it. Hold up. Hold up. First of all, it's a true story, or parts of being true. Remember, it's not all the way true, but it still happened. It's been plenty of times women had to take front and center. I'm sorry that you don't choose to take front and center for women, but you take front and center for a man. So a man, the same way if the woman is fighting for their space, their country, their territory, or whatever. So if she had more willpower than him, then how is that her fault? They didn't make the man look weak. The man was weak. If the man was built to do the job, then the man would have done the job. The same way you are a woman, but you speak for men. You're doing the same exact thing. We got enough men already. Hey, Blanchy Pooh, we got enough men already that speak upon the black woman. But here you go. Here you go. What they say isn't enough, right? What they say about black women isn't enough. So here you go, helping them. So what's wrong? That's what women do. Ain't that what you're doing now? Where you at, Albert? I know you're on her side. Come on, let's go. You're doing the same exact thing. We got too many shows, too many videos that talk about women all day. But that's not enough for you. You can't say, well, the men are doing a good enough job. The men are doing a good enough job explaining themselves, talking about women. They're not doing a good enough job. And that's where you come in at, because you feel, well, let me say something too. Why you don't leave that to the men? If the men was, because either they're not doing a good job, or you trying to help us because we don't hear the men. So we don't hear the men. That means they're not doing a good enough job for us to hear them. So you figured, let me step in and help the men out there. So that's how it always is, girlfriend. That's how it is, period. If women feel the men is not doing the job right, they will step in, just like you. See, you prove every freaking video, you prove yourself wrong all the time. You prove yourself wrong. Because every time you make a video about all this, what a man's supposed to be, instead of letting the man explain that. And if a man did explain it, you're trying to say what he said is not good enough. So you're undermining what the man is saying, and now you're saying it. That's very hypocritical. Very hypocritical. But let the man be finished.
Any civilization, they have been men. Because men, the willpower of men, that indomitable, I'm going to get through this, I'm going to push past this, whether it's mental, stress, physical, pain.
They have babies too.
To train the mind over the body, even if it's hurt. You can have half your arm blown off. And you still gonna have to trust you. You gonna have to make it.
Okay.
And to have her over and above him in a test of wills was absolutely ridiculous.
Bye, girl.
The other form of provision that was missing in this society was male support of femininity. So that the women of the society didn't really aspire to femininity.
She trying to rewrite history.
To these masculine warriors.
Boss lady, she trying to rewrite history. She don't know this is a true story. This is what happened, chick.
So that the co-star of the movie, it was also focused on a young recruit. The movie was as well as Viola's character. She's a little bitty little thing. This other character, that the other main character, she a little bitty waif of a girl. She ain't no big old girl. She a little bitty waif, little for a 19-year-old girl, small. I'm talking real petite. I'm talking real short. I'm talking super. She built like a girl. Ain't no muscles to it. She about 100 pounds wet and wearing boots. You understand me? She ain't had no bulk. She light. Okay, lightweight. Had her pushing grown men till they fall down. I can't even really push a grown man till he fall down.
No, hey, I don't know what to tell you.
And I'm not necessarily considered a petite woman. I'm not no waif. I'm not no 100 pounds or nothing like that. And if I rush up and push a man, he barely gonna step back. I mean, I ain't pushing him down.
I don't know what to tell you. You lift some weights or something.
But there's a lot for us to cover. And before I really get to that, let's go ahead and take this break. So after these messages, we'll be right back.
Thank you.
But we do have a game. An A game. Who was they cutting in half? Who was they burning and looting? Black men.
Well,
They were fighting the other black men.
Well, that's what happened.
Wasn't really going up against the French army or the French slavers. They didn't portray these women and this society and those soldiers because they were male soldiers.
So why they couldn't fight?
Focused on the Agoji.
So they couldn't fight?
But they were male soldiers.
So they
and
couldn't
the male
fight.
soldiers in the Dahomey army were portrayed as not as good.
Well, they couldn't fight.
Not as physically strong, not as mentally tough, and not as competent at war than the females.
Well, what you want, and?
So they was not showing no black women or men for that matter going up against no Europeans and whooping no butt and taking no names.
Well, back in the days, we did fight each other. You do know that, right? You do know that.
Although that was what we
Unfortunately.
was led to believe that we were going to see.
It's sad, but back in them days, it was tribe against tribe. Black people did fight black people, the different tribes.
That's what we
Yeah.
that's what we thought we was going to see, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You think these was going to let us see some black women dominating they men? Let's be real. Let's be really, really real today. Do you think these white women was going to write and produce a movie that was going to show black people, black women, or whatever, overcoming white men and forcing white men out of their society and uplifting their own society? Let's go over a few points. Because I need that to marinate. I need y'all to marinate on that point. I need y'all to marinate on that point. See, they'll show Wonder Woman whooping up a bunch of white men, but that's her. They ain't going to show no black people doing that. They're not going to show black people overcoming colonization. They ain't going to show it. They're going to show an incompetent black male leader. They're going to show black men that don't love black women. There was not one relationship between black men and black women in the Dahomey civilization that was any good. They didn't show that king loving on his wives. They didn't. Where was his babies at? All them wives and no babies? Huh? All them women in the palace that belonged to him, and it wasn't no kids?
Okay. Hold on, guys. Hey, Miss Apples. We're gonna put her on pause for a second. We're gonna put her on pause for one second. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let her play for a couple of seconds. Then hold on, I gotta go get my soda.
You didn't see him hugging on them and loving on them and having affection with them? The young girl who was the other co-star in the movie, you didn't see her father loving on her? You saw her father trying to give her in marriage to men who was abusive to her, because that's always the narrative, that black men are abusive. That black men hate black women. That at any given opportunity, they will use black women. With rape and beatings and tortures and dismissal of her femininity. So why should she be feminine when she don't get nothing for it? When there's no reward for it? That's what they showing black women. Ain't no reward for you being feminine. All the reward, all the accolade, all the wonderful, positions in society are reserved for masculine black women. So be masculine. They showing you a place with some type of infrastructure, but they don't credit the men for it. It's just going.
No, I know she's lying. Real men do not think like women. How do I know I have a brother? This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. So I'm sick of her. I'm sick of her trying to defend men. Okay? We're going to check this out. Right? The woman king. Now, we're going to open it up. Right? It's a 4. It's a 4.5 out of 5. It's a 4.5 rating, right? Now, look, I didn't know this movie would evoke such emotion. It's a thunderous, triumphant story. It's definitely encouraged me to learn more about the Ogohi warriors. The cast was superb. 56, 56-year-old Viola is expiring. This movie is phenomenal. Remember, Viola is 56 years old, right? These are the people that played. Now, I want y'all to see something. Now, it says this film is based on the real life all female army unit of the Ajohi from the Dahomey Kingdom in 19th century Western Africa, right? Is the Woman King a real story, right? Written by Dana Stevens, based on a story by Maria Bello. The Woman King is an honorable tribute to the Amazon warriors who reigned over the kingdom of Dumami, present day Benin, from 1600 to 1904. What tribe is the Woman King about? The Woman King is directed by Gina Prince Faithwood, director of Love and Basketball. Okay. The film tells the real life story of the Ajohi, the all-female unit of warriors who protected the African kingdom. Okay? So all this bullshit that she's saying makes no sense because this is what happened. Okay? The Woman King Wikipedia. This chick is mad because of a true damn story. So I'm just reading it for you guys so we can shut her up real quick and talk about the real story. So she's mad because the female part, a little bit of research, but me speaking upon her, Blanche. Blanche, you look who talking. Blanchy Pooh. Look who talking. Look who is talking. Even though it did number 1, might not make back all his money. It only made half of their money back. They might make it off streams later. Who knows? Right? But sometimes you got to do your own research. You can't be sitting up there, everybody agreeing with her like this is a fictional movie and people just out of nowhere, people out of nowhere just made these men just gullible. And no, that's what happened. He got a bunch of women because the men there couldn't do shit. The men there wasn't able to, they couldn't hold it down. So he went and got some women. Don't get mad at it. Go tell the king, God damn it. Go back there and tell the king. Why you get the women to do it? She want to get mad and all this other bullshit, right? I want to see what the calls to boycott the Woman King. I have a warrior spirit in me. I want to get to the story. I want to get to the story itself, not the movie. I want to see if it's Okay, I want to get to the movie. They did this in South Africa. Whoa. The Woman King received positive reviews from critics of the cast performance, including Viola Davis' starring role, breakout performance, and its action. While some disappointment was expressed in the script, the review, blah blah blah. It got 94% out of 171 critics. Review are positive. Okay, okay. Historical accuracy. Okay, let's see. Viola Davis plays a Johi General. What is that? Nasia, who is fictional versus Hollywood. Speculated her name was inspired by an Ajohi teenage recruit of the same name who was written about a French naval officer. Okay. A real life figure who, okay, engaged in Atlantic slave trade through the end of his reign. Yeah, he still sold, as usual, we still get sold out. Historically, Duhami was a kingdom that conquered other African states. That's where that's where she mean they was fighting other men. Because at that point, African people was conquering other African people. Okay? And enslaved their citizens to sell in the Atlantic slave trade. And most of the kingdom wealth was derived from slavery, which, okay, the Ajohi, you see, had a history of participating in slave raiding and slavery, and Duhami persisted after the British Empire stopped Duhami from continuing an Atlantic slave trade, right? So we already know we sold each other out. We know this already, and we tried to tell people time and time again, the people in Africa know who they sold out. They did not sell out themselves. They sold other people. It's just that they all black in that region. So people think Africans sold Africans. No, it wasn't Africa back then. So this tribe sold another tribe. Okay? So basically, the movie is about, it's not just about a woman holding ish down and fighting. It's also about the in-house fighting. And that's what she's talking about. The in-house fighting. Like my building fighting your building, so your building, so I can have both buildings. So people may think that is that's why the women are fighting other men. It wasn't to emasculate them or demasculate them, as she says. No, that's not how the story goes. And it's also about how they participated in selling people in the Atlantic slave trade. That's what the story is about. All this bullshit that she's talking, I don't know. She's talking about how she wanted it to be, but that's not what happened. It's not what happened. This is what happened. And people need, before you talk about something, Do some research, you know, do some research. She's getting all this money for telling blatant lies. You're telling blatant lies. You're blatantly lying on the movie. You're making it, you want to push men so much that you want to change history. Guess what? We don't like what went down either. That's how we ended up here. We don't like what happened. But the king, who is a man, chose women. That's history. It's documented. That man who you say is supposed to know everything did not. The women were fighting men and busting they behinds. That is documented. How do you change it up to make a bunch of men in 2022 feel good? How do you do that? How do you blatantly change the whole freaking movie so it can suit making men of today feel good? Yeah, they was fighting men. Yeah, that wasn't feminine. What the fuck? The fuck? To really honestly understand that everybody is so different. Actually, both have family and Vaseline and Tennessee and God. That's just the way God made us, and regardless of that. Uh, well, you got to explain that a little bit. Oh, Lord, it's getting hot in here. Sorry, guys. You're going to hear some noise. I need some air. Jesus. Woo. I need that air. But what I'm saying is that it still happened. It happened. And I'm going to see if I can find the story. You know, it's a true story. I want to know about, I might have to put their names in there. It's an outstanding film. Just saw The Woman King. Amazing. Breathtaking. Viola Davis is superb. This is a must see. The remarkable story of and Jolie, the all female unit of warriors who protected the African kingdom in the 1800s. My damn, my girl, like this is a true story. Talk about a woman knocking a man. Girl, please. I want the bio. I want the that's what I want to see. Now, this is a picture of the real women. Look, see, it's true, Trick. Look, look at the pictures, guys. It's true. These are the real women. They beat some ass. Meet the most feared woman in history. Fearless female warriors. Look at their pictures. You see? Look at the king. Oops. Look at that. Look at that. Us women, it is that our fault. It's a true damn story. Free those to realize that she talk about women in the Bible was real. Women in the Bible, how do what they had to do And we got to realize that. Look up Deborah and Numbers. Wait, regardless of that, free throws to realize that she talked about women in the Bible was real. Women in the Bible, how to do what they had to do, and we got to realize that. Look up. Okay. Now I want you guys to see. Do you guys see the real pictures? These are the pictures of the women in the movie. These are the real pictures. Look, guys, these women exist, and it's a true story. It's a true story. Look, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's what they did. The king chose women. Look at that. Look at that. Look, it's nothing but women. Look at that. Nothing but women. We got the sticks in their hand and they fighting. Here we go. Here we go. Look at this one. Look at the women. Look at the women. Maybe she didn't check that. Maybe she ain't check it. I don't know. It's also a book. It's a book. The legendary battles of the Dahomey Amazons. What the hell does she want? It's a true freaking story. So how do you change it? How do you change it where it suits you, chick? How do you do that? I don't. Boss lady, where you at? Boss lady. Hello. Well, I wanted you guys to see this lady did absolutely no research. Even if some parts were fictional, it doesn't take away it's a true story. It doesn't take away women held it down. It doesn't take away women can fight. We was able to fight then, and we able to fight now. There is nothing that I have read in the Bible. Maybe it is, and somebody could tell me in the Bible where it constantly mentions masculine and what masculinity is supposed to do, and feminine, and how women's supposed to be feminine, and what their roles are. Number one. And number two, people always quoting the Bible, which is okay. It's okay to quote the Bible. But one thing, women, please believe me when I say this. God says, follow my laws, my statutes, and my commandments. And if you don't kiss up to a man, and if sometimes you have to be the leader, guess what? You didn't break any of the laws. You didn't break any of God's laws. God did not make that a law. Even in the 10 commandments. And these are commandments. There's no commandment that puts a woman in her place. There are none. That God say, women, you have to do this. It may be scriptures. It may be scriptures that talk about men and women and how they lived. But there is no commandment that make a woman feel low. There is no commandment that put women at number 2. They may say the man is the head. That's still not a commandment. They said is the man is Jesus first, or God first, then the man. The God is over man, man is over woman, and woman is over child. But it's still, you're still not breaking any laws. You're not breaking no laws if a woman has to be in control. Because a woman being in control does not stop the man from being the head. That just means that I have to be in control of certain things because I can get it done. God, you have to get the job done. God did not say in no part of the Bible, only a man can get the job done and a woman sit home and be feminine all day. If there's any part of the Bible that states that, let me know now. Don't show me the verse. Don't show me the scripture. Show me it in one of the laws, statutes, and commandments. Because to get to heaven, God said you shall not sin. God said we are sinners, we shall not sin. And sinning means when you breaking the laws. So show me where I'm breaking God's laws, or women are breaking God's laws by not sitting up there putting on perfume all goddamn day and lipstick and makeup all goddamn day, cooking and cleaning, waiting for some freaking man to come home to tell us what to do. Show me that I'm breaking a law. I'll stop right now. I did not ask for a scripture. A scripture is a scripture. Show me where, out of all the laws, statutes, and commandments that we have, show me where I'm breaking a law. And a man cannot answer that. A man cannot answer that at all. They can't answer that. They cannot answer that at all. So people can sit up there and they can do all this freaking talking. But like I said, when you show me the laws, statutes, and commandments where God said we are second-class citizens, let me see. I would like to see it. And guess what? We don't even have to read the whole Bible. We can Google it. And I bet you still won't find it. You still will not find it. You will see in the Bible where there was polygamy, and you will also see in the Bible where there's monogamy. But you can't show me in the Bible that everybody was polygamous and that's the way it's supposed to be. You can't show me that. See, people who could sit up there and they could tell you any old goddamn thing. Just like that church, just like the man choking a female, and then here go everybody talking about, no, she was gone. That lady wasn't gone for his daughter nor his wife. He choked her ass because he felt like it. I'm starting to think they playing the game so we can know who the hell they are. Because if you looked at his church, he ain't barely have nobody in the church. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that was all a game. So we could say, what? Look at this, look at that. That's all they do now. But women, y'all better start getting your acts together. Getting and make these men prove this bullshit that they be telling you. That's why y'all all up in these cults and y'all all up in these things that's effing you guys up. And that's why you cannot be the best that you want to be. You may not like America, Babylon, whatever you want to call it. We may not have it the best, but we got it better than a lot of other places. America got it better than a lot of other places. We may not like it. We may have to fight it. But guess what? Some women in other countries are now allowed to drive. Can you imagine that? And 20 something, they are now allowed to drive. They couldn't even drive. Had to wait till a man to come home to get them to drive. You got some of these religions, the man got to go with the woman everywhere. Women is not even allowed to go nowhere because their ego is so fucked up. Their ego is so fucked up that a woman covered up, head covered up, that skirt down to their toes, and the man still think, oh, the woman gonna cheat on me. Some cultures, they gotta go with the woman to the store. She can't even speak to nobody. She can't say hello to nobody. She can't speak to nobody. I keep telling you guys, all of these wars and stuff created by man. Created by man. And you got this chick. Well, it emasculated the men. What the fuck? They was emasculated. The king chose the woman. What? It is what it is. Who was supposed to, they was bio to fight for war. Guess what? Chick, nobody's body was made for war. Okay? It wasn't made for, none of our bodies were made for war. We're not supposed to be having war. We're not supposed to be conquering people's land. We're not supposed to be digging and taking their precious minerals and robbing and stealing. We're not supposed to be doing that. That is pain that we're inflicting on ourselves by going into war. It doesn't feel good. Come on, a man's supposed to be able to take it. No, nobody don't like to feel pain. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. Well, because I'm a man, I can take pain. Nobody don't want no damn pain. Shit. Nobody like to feel pain. Nobody want their arm blown off. And because I'm a man, well, lady, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? But they always sitting up there talking about this dumb chick. But now we know it's a true story. I don't even know if I want to hear anymore what this chick had to say, because I just wanted you guys to see and hear what she say make no sense. What she's saying is just to please men in 2022. That's her objective, is to speak for the men and please the men that she blatantly lied and tried to change history to suit men. You can't, history is history. It's done. It's done. It's done already. So what is your video trying to prove? But I do want to hear I do want to read what some of her people said. that I do want to I do want to read that. I don't know where Boss Lady go. Mm-mm-mm.
In society are reserved for masculine black women. So be masculine. They showing you a place with some type of infrastructure, but they don't credit the men for it. It's just going. It's just happening by magic. Do you believe in magic? It's just happening by magic. They never once say that black men are building and have built and are maintaining the infrastructure.
That wasn't what the movie was about.
They're portraying war as some type of joke.
That's what happened.
Like it's not brutal. War is something that men do.
Not
War
that
is
time.
something that men do.
But not that time. And not that day. Now we got the people say your critique of Woman King is worth 10 likes. Of course, YouTube wouldn't allow me to do that. Joseph, shut up. It's a real story. Okay, we got the magnificent Mark. Thank you, sister, for so much for speaking on this. It's refreshing to hear someone else that share my views when it comes to being black in this country. God damn it, it's a true story though. Okay. Yeah, it's basically black women 300 with all the hysterical inaccuracies of that movie as well as Braveheart. And of course, we see what their gender is. Ugh. The title alone, Woman King, is insulting to our beautiful sisters. Oh, shut up. Then she says, sister, he, keep forgetting these are all men. Sister, we need an army of women like you to fight against these people and their narrative. Damn. Now, baddest dad, right, says they have passed down from generation to generation the playbook on how to keep and breed. What is that divisiveness amongst the black community, portraying us as animals to the world. Oh my God, do they know this is a true story? God damn. Quietly protests. Simply refuse to go see this movie. Damn, we can read the book. It's true, dummy. What makes this so sad? This is Eighth Wonder. What makes this so sad is that this movie was in production while we were going through the pandemic, which means that this was pre-planned while the world was going through a healthcare. Oh, shut up. This movie was meant to emasculate the mean and disrespect black men and portray black women as heroes. God damn it, it's a true story. Let me see what they got. And one day, Yadi goes, I concur. Those who are most blind are the ones who have the eyesight. Yup, I agree. I'm tired. This is a woman. Yup, I agree. I'm tired of society shitting on black men. Oh, God. And portray black women as men, which black women should find insulting. But they are too upset. Yo, it's a true story. What the fuck? Funny, don't need movies to do that. Oh, so that's why black men. God. Damn, it's a truth. They saw how you mad at something that happened in the 1800s. Yo, this is too, yo. This is too funny. This shit is too damn funny. I gotta finish reading, yo. These people is a dumb as dumb could be. It's a true story, right? They get on my nerves and with that BS. We don't let men be men. How the hell we stopping them, girl? I drink to that. They will have our wait. They will have our think black women have went through nothing. Oh, I tired of the black man. They go, yo, you can't be serious. You can't be serious. It happened in the 1800s, big dummies. Jesus. I have no intentions of seeing this movie, but you make a good point about the attack on black femininity. God damn. We can't get no more dumber than dumb. Like I've said before, the title alone did it for me. I'm all the way good. I don't need to pollute my brain cells with this movie. I do read up and look at reviews, videos on movies like this. Oh, okay, shut up. There's no such thing as a woman king. I'm not even going to waste my time. I have custody of my daughter. She's 14, and I tell her I love her every day. I open doors for her, and even though she gets good grades, I tell her all I want her to do is try. Right or wrong? Well, I feel sorry if she want to be something in her life because you just want her to be there for men anyway. I'll never judge her, but you could judge other women. And the only time she can disappoint me if she disappoints herself. And then we can work on the disappointment. Man, shut up. Why you bragging your daughter get good grades when y'all promote? Y'all don't promote women getting good grades. Now, Ami goes, Queen Kendra, that experience you shared about your father comforting you when you fell off the bike brought tears to my eyes. I have wanted to be a father since I was young because I always loved the idea of having a princess to make the boo-boos go away. I still want that so badly. Oh, shut up. I retired from the U.S. Army after 20 years. I've owned my own boxing gym for 12 years. And in all that time, after working and training with women, even the toughest and the strongest women, I have yet to see one best a man physically at anything. I personally have trained hundreds of women in arm and hand combat. And your point is what? The whole gist of the movie, gates are open and anybody can walk in. What a great metaphor for, oh my God. The Woman King should be boycotted. This review was elite. The last time I actually paid to see the movie, whatever. Once again, the truth is told. Oh my God. Okay. Pure Yang says, sounds like the movie simultaneously disregards the efforts of an ancient black king, while at the same time uplifting the ideas of random female warriors who were not even in the main force of the army. Essentially saying that black kingdom and histories would have done better if they were ran by black women than black men. That's not what the movie was saying, you dumbass. You don't see this sort of disrespect when it shows movies because the women didn't have to fight like that. Black people always had to fight. What are you talking about? We're not in Europe. We're not in Europe. We're in the region that they call Africa, where we always had to fight. What the fuck? We're not in Europe. We're in Africa. Kendra, please start doing shorts. Oh God. I already said I wasn't watching the preview. Okay. I don't have no intentions of watching it. We should hold black actors, black politicians, black singers, rappers, etc. accountable for the things they work against our people. Oh my God. Yo, these people. Jeez. Yo, y'all sorry. Let me tell y'all something. The damn movie is what it is. The movie is what it is. It's about black females. That's an army. That's what it's about. It is what it is. I'm sorry if every movie that's made containing war or anything else is not about the black man and making the black man feel good and putting the black man on top. I'm terribly sorry. What I said is women and men both have feminine and masculine characters. Oh, tell her a week. Yeah, exactly. We all have feminine and masculine because that's how God created it. We don't do nothing that God don't create. We don't have nothing in us that God does not create. So if it always been it's sad, but in that region that they call Africa, now she pop her butt back up in here. What you be touching, boss lady? Boss lady.
Who you yelling at, lady?
You lady, because every time I say something, you don't be hearing me. So I gotta say it louder. Maybe I be
Oh no, my cousin. I was an interrupted phone call.
because sometimes I be thinking you in the back. So I said be
I
talk a
be
little bit
hearing,
louder.
I could, like, when somebody call, I can still, hear the chat, but I'm talking to them, so I can't speak. So I've been watching and hitting, everything. I just wasn't able to say nothing. But
Well, just
I
let us
seen
know. Phone call or something. Shoot. Then I will stop calling you through the screen.
you ain't gonna stop.
I would. But I'm saying though, she's upset and her people are just as stupid because they always, let me tell you something. It's not our fault that the black man, especially here, never really had like no position. They never owned nothing. They don't have nothing. That they were never like the boss. Like I'm talking about of something grand, not like a
Mm-hmm.
furniture store or a hardware store. I'm not talking about a mom and pops type
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
I'm talking about on a grand scale. So they don't know what power feels like because it was stripped from them. And I'm sorry that happened to our people. But don't make the black women pay because guess what? Things were done to us too.
Mm.
Nothing that happened to you didn't happen to us. It happened to both of us together. But you can't take your frustration out on the European like you guys like to say all the time. So you always bring that shit home to us. We tired, yes, we tired of it. We've been tired of that bullshit. That's why when y'all make videos about women gonna grow old and be single, it's not because we don't want to do right by you, men. Them videos is only true because this is how black women set it up. It's like F that, we old enough, we tired, we ain't got time for this bullshit. So we're growing old by choice. Not because no man don't want us. That's by choice. And we have to do this. You know, if y'all want to separate, then let's separate. Y'all don't have to deal with us at all. But it's sad that y'all talk about the Europeans and everybody else who sell us out, but y'all selling us out. Y'all selling us out. Look at what y'all doing to make some money. Look at what she's doing to make money. Look at all these feminine channels. Look at what they're doing to make money. They throwing us right into traffic to make money. All of this talking about the women and why the black, no, baby. Look at what you're doing to make money. Y'all are no better than them. No better. Who the hell got time to sit around and big up to dog black women and big up black men all day? Like, god damn. You ain't got nothing else to talk about? It's the same shit. Let me big up the black man. Well, big up the black man, but put the woman down. Now, I can see if you really, really wanted to big up the black man, you would have so many videos with their accomplishments that would draw us to the black man. You know what I'm saying, boss lady?
Exactly.
Like, where are
Yeah.
their accomplishments? Like, show us what this man built the airplane. Now we have done a lot. Black men have done a lot. How about show that?
Well, she's not showing what she's talking about. She's saying what they should be and how we should make them and all this, but she's not showing none in the position that she's talking about.
Mm-hmm. Cause my thing is this: if you want to big up black men, let's see they work. Talk about they work, not what they supposed to be. Talk about what they are. Like, go back in time and show us when the men ruled the household and everything was a-okay. Wait, show us them. Talk about that, because you can't. Because there was never no time. There was never no time in America, but maybe a good 10 to 15 years. And we're not going to make it seem like they were happy neither, where the men ruled the household. It was never really a time where men were polygamous and ruled the household. And you can read about it. Now, if you can read about it and say, this was our ancestors, guess what? Then you would have to read stuff like this and say, hey, these females was our ancestors too. I mean, hey, if you're going to talk about what happened before, so did that movie. Women were warriors. Hey, if y'all so good to tell us about polygamy and all this other stuff that was in Africa, well, guess what? It was women warriors in Africa too. That's why y'all want to talk about that. That's our history, right? That's what I thought. If you're speaking upon all this, I'm trying to figure out when all this stuff y'all talking about, when was this? When? And you men, these men feel so good when they win an argument. Boss lady, let them win an argument against a woman. Oh my God. They are so happy they ready to party. Or if we win an argument against a man, they call us emotional. Anytime you hear a man say, oh, women speak with their emotions, what they're trying to say is she won the argument. What they try to say is she won the argument. I couldn't beat her. So number one, she hate men and she's emotional. You will hear that all the time when a woman win an argument. But at the end of the day, that don't none of what they say don't pay none of our bills, don't put no money in our pocket. Do we want our people to do better? Is the question. Before that men talk about kingdoms and leading and all this other bullshit and we gotta follow them and they gotta have something. They gotta have a kingdom to call a kingdom. They gotta have something that's out there or something that they are doing for all of us women to want to follow them. Shit, I'll be damned if you gonna be working in Walmart. Not saying that Walmart is a bad job. It's a job. But are you ain't gonna be working at Walmart telling us about his dreams and he the king? Get the fuck up out of here. But just get up out of here. We what? Like they important. Not don't get me wrong. A job is a job. But the way they talk like men are like real kings and real bosses and have really important jobs and they're all doctors and lawyers and senators and presidents and shit. That's how they talk. Lady, please. Lady, please. Lady, please. I am done. I'm going to watch a movie. I'm going to watch a movie today. I think I am. But I wanted to cover this because I wanted to show y'all how what the real story is of it being a real story. And I wanted to show you guys how they would like for it to be to make
Hmm.
the men feel happy.
Hmm.
How do you make a video of a true story and get mad because it
The true
didn't pick up
story
the
is
man? You know,
hmm,
where they do that at, boss
she's
lady?
special. She's special.
All of them special. Did you hear the comments?
Yes.
All of them is special. And the men like, yeah. Instead of saying, you know what, Kendra? They may have added or subtracted a little bit, but you know it's a true story, right? Ain't nobody say that shit. Ain't nobody say it. They going, yeah, you right. I like God, oh y'all special. I ain't never seen no shit like this. She gotta help out the men. So them lady helped out the men. So are you. You helping out the men too, mammy.
She
Mammy,
helping them. She's helping them because the movie is talking about what happened in the past. So she's mad because it wasn't different. I don't get her. Who
she's
does that?
mad because a woman is the lead. And she's mad because she's the lead. She want a man to be a leader. So she's mad because Viola Davis is the leader. They want us doing so much while they do nothing. Wait, the biggest thing that pissed me off is all the things men want us to be, but wouldn't even do anything that will please the women. Baby, baby, say that again. You could say that again. It's terrible. It's terrible. Let me show you. I gotta show y'all some of the titles of her videos. I gotta show you guys some of the titles of her video. Miss Hooks need to bring her butt up. She needs to bring her butt up here. Because I'm gonna show you the titles of her videos. And I want to see what you gotta say. Cause maybe y'all might agree with something she may say. If you got the time, girl, come up. Come on up, Miss Hooks. I'm gonna show y'all the titles of her videos. To let y'all see this woman is hey. Now I already looked it up. Oh, you at work. Okay, baby. I already showed you guys historically there is a tribe of women. the homie. That is true. That's why I made sure I looked it up. I also showed you guys the real women in the picture, what they really look like to show you. It is a true story about women. So she would like for us to go back and take them pictures away and give them mustaches or something to say these are really men. What the fuck does she want? What does she want, boss lady? What does she want?
I don't think she thought that through very well.
What does she want? Do she
Yeah.
want us to go back and, like I said, put a little mustache there or something? Take their breasts and hide it? What does she want us to do with the real pictures? Because it's a group of women. What does she want us to do?
Did you play the video about Zoka having a nervous breakdown?
I think I did. I
Oh, I
think I
didn't see that. I'm
I,
just
yeah, I think I did. I did. And then they say she left, but I don't know how true it is because I didn't watch that. So I don't know if she left or didn't left. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to watch this after we get done and see what happens. But it's the lady you don't like, so I ain't gonna say her name.
I don't dislike anybody.
I'm just saying she the one who had a problem with you because you said that her name was her initials.
Oh no, no, I don't have a problem with her at all.
Okay.
No, she never. Only the other lady who turned against me for Ryan. I ain't got no problems with her at
Okay.
all.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-mm. I put my own stuff up here. Oh God,
Mm-hmm.
I got brains like that. What can I say? Right? I got brains like that. What can I say? What the hell did I do? Shit. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. It's just the people get us mixed up because of the name, but that's the people. But she never, to my knowledge, she never said or did nothing to me. Mm-mm.
Zoka just looks so bad. She looks just broken.
Okay. Now, here we go. Now, this is the title.
Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our woman.
Oh, shut up.
She can increase femininity. What?
Mm-hmm.
No, she didn't say that.
Yeah, she did. Now, she has black women no longer control black men politically. What? Black women have lost their minds. How black women commit what? Femininity, the lynching. What the hell? Why hyenas shame good women? Why hyenas will soon run the manosphere? How black women became a biological weapon? Why black women have no shame? Black women are the new men. Why black women have no shame?
She's something else.
How black women have ruined the black church.
Oh, oh no, she did.
How feminism enslaved the minds of a black woman. Okay? Why black women should be offended by the woman king. Why a trans gentleman It shouldn't be trans gentlemen. They don't like that word, okay? Why a trans gentleman can represent the sisterhood? I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. Not a transgender. She says a trans gentleman. That don't go in the same sentence.
Oh,
Oh,
I
not
heard it all.
transgender, a trans gentleman. That is offense. That is offensive in itself. To a transgender, that's offensive. They're not gentlemen anymore. They are women. So where do you get a trans gentleman from? Okay.
That's true.
Okay. Black women don't realize they lost. Why black women refuse to cook for their husbands?
What?
Black women are disloyal and disrespectful. Even cops are tired of black women. Ain't that some shit? Out of all the things to put there, you will glorify a black cop beating on a woman. I'll be damned. I'll be damn. You ain't never see us put up a video stating black cops are tired of black men. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You would never. Why am I just getting it now? People, if y'all send me a cash app or something, and if I don't say thank you right at the time, that's because they sent it to me a little bit later. Because it just came up and this was sent to me at 9 o'clock. Thank you. Now, what else? We're gonna do some more of these, but I've never ever seen anybody put up a video saying black. Well, I want to see the movie. I'm going to see me. I'm going to see me and my boyfriend. Okay. Now, even black cops are tired of black women. Yo,
I'm Ryan Turk, and I'm super proud to announce
that's that bullshit. Who does that? Who does that? Who?
Let me share my screen.
You see that? Did y'all see that?
That wasn't no black woman.
Did y'all see that? What happened though? Look. So that black cop punched the heck out of her for grabbing, for stopping whatever. Did you hear? The man said that's a little girl. You hit the little girl. So where did she even put black women at? That wasn't, the man said that was a little girl. You sorry for this. You sorry for this bullshit. That's that fucking bullshit.
She got a lot of nerve.
She got a lot of goddamn nerves doing some shit like that. Do y'all see this?
Yeah, it didn't, and it wasn't a black girl. It was a
He
little,
bust that girl face wide open. Did you see all the blood that came out that girl face?
looked like a little Puerto Rican girl or something.
And they said that's a little girl. He knocked fire out her. I don't even know if I want to hear what she want to say. Look at this shit. Who promotes this? Look at this. Okay, the cop swung at her. She swung back at the cop, and he knocked her on the, bust her face open. Look at that shit. You heard what the boy said, right? The boy said, "Why would you do that? You hit the little girl." They said y'all ninjas is wilding, and I hate to say it. These are my police. You see NYPD on there? These are my cops. God damn.
It's violent, my nigga. How violent, bro? Why would you do that?
Listen.
Why would you do that, bro? Bro, why would you do that, bro? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You hit up, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Now here to come this.
Okay, so
high
you guys were
chick.
able to see this video taken by a bystander on 136th Street in Central Harlem. Shows the not yet identified woman. They end up identifying her. We're gonna deal with her later. And the PD spokesperson, who did not sign their name, replied to requests for comment by email, but only by expanding on the details of the arrest in 136 on August 30th. On, bro, why you do that? Just a little girl, bro. A bystander can be heard screaming, "Come on, bro, you hit her, man." He later yells. Kinsey, who's worked for the NYPD since 2005, has a history of 6 complaints listed in the database held by Citizen Complaint Review Board.
Did you hear that part that she's reading really quick, boss lady?
Yes.
She said something about he's been complained about 5 times already.
Mm-hmm.
She's reading really fast when it come down to the cop. Now, when it gets to that girl, watch how slow she read.
And he later yells. Kinsey, who's worked for the NYPD since 2005, has a history of 6 complaints listed.
He has a history
in the database held by Citizen Complaint Review Board, ranging from the years 2014 to 2018. Let's see, 2 of those complaints were substantiated or found to be true for discourtesy and abuse of authority. The NYPD did not
abuse of authority. 2 of them came up to be true. Let's go.
Discipline Kinsey on the first count, but did on the second. Neither Kinsey nor NYPD said whether the officer who struck the woman was facing any disciplinary. She in a rare occasion that a black woman is little, she was actually very small, very thin, coming up very small, but she came up real aggressive. The scene was already chaotic. Apparently, according to other articles, she was interfering because one of the people that was getting arrested was her little boyfriend. So that,
number one, why you didn't show the other articles?
Right.
Why you didn't show the other articles? Why you just show how fucked up he is? It says he is been cited 5 times already, and he did misuse his position, right?
But she's still trying to big up him.
Oh, what's on Amazon? The Man King is on Amazon. But baby, I have to pay $4.99 for it. Oh, I have to wait till it's free. I have to wait till it's free.
I got Amazon. I'm gonna watch it.
She's at $4.99. I gotta wait till it's free. I don't pay for nothing. Wait till it's free.
No, I gotta watch it now.
No, but I don't know if you was here when I went through all the people saying it was a damn good movie. I went through the reviews.
Yeah, I did. I saw that.
They said it was not one person said it was a terrible movie.
Except her. And she probably seen it all.
And back to this. Where is the reports that uh it was her man, even if it was her man, she went to go see what happened. When she walked over there, she just wanted to see what was going on. Why would she do that? Is the question. Well, what happened to our black men that want you protect so much? What happens to our black men, the ones she protects so much? Why you think his girlfriend went over there? You protect them enough to know what happens to our black men. So even if it was her boyfriend and she wanted to see what was going on, it's a reason why she did that. Because what happens to our black men, it happens to black women too. So for you to say even cops are tired of black women, she went to make sure her black man was okay. That's what she went there for. But so you can make a video. Yo, you sick, yo. You a sick. She ain't even angry. That's a sick chick. That's some sick shit. She went to make sure the black man will still have his life. But then she turns it and talk about the women? Who does that? This chick?
That's why she felt so emboldened or whatever. And it seemed like a couple of people were actually sort of emboldened to start physically interfering with an arrest that the cops were doing. Okay. So she runs up and she starts physically assaulting a cop.
Which she did not. We saw it on the tape that you showed us. And the cop hit her. And she was trying to swing herself back over there to check on her man. And he knocked her. He tried to knock her ass out and then arrested her. Because you talking for the black man, but you forgot that what happens to black men. So she went to make sure she was doing her job as a real black woman, as a fucking warrior, how we are. She was protecting the black man.
She's a woman, he's a man. He's a rather large man. She's a rather small woman. So we don't get to see whether or not the hit was open-handed or not. It probably was open-handed because it didn't just knock her out, but it did knock her down and daze her.
You know, he didn't slap her.
Coming
He
from a
punched
man
her.
that size to a woman that small, it don't take much to daze her. An open hand hit would do that.
Was a
especially
closed
if she fell
hand.
to the ground.
Don't
So
help
as
him
soon as
out.
she, they went and got her and handcuffed her.
Mm-hmm.
For likely for interfering with an arrest.
Mm-hmm. So what?
Listen,
They probably don't know what
she got what was coming to her both biologically
What?
and institutionally. We're gonna get down to what's really happening because biologically
Here
and
she go
institutionally,
with this
she got what
bullshit.
she was supposed to get.
Here she go.
Black women.
She got what she was supposed to get. This is coming from the mammy who support black men. But when you see a black man down and a black woman stand up for the, okay, how about we don't jump in no more? How about when things happen to the black man, we turn our backs? Is that what you want? Is that what you wanted? You know how many women are scared of when their sons are in the freaking street because of what happened to black men? Do you know how many women, especially if there's no man around, when they son it gets into trouble, the mother will, if I don't care if he's the biggest, like the biggest seller in town, the meanest man in town, a woman going to go to bat for her son. She got, not her daughter too, But women go to bat for their kids. And a lot of stuff boys get themselves into, especially them young boys, the mother go to bat, baby. We're gonna take a hit and everything else. But that's what we. Oh, what was that? Don't tell me they're shooting. But a lot of time, women is right there. We there. But according to her, are you telling us to F the black man? She got was because she the bio and all this and all of that. Check, please. That girl's worrying about what happened with her man.
And y'all keep playing. Y'all keep on playing like the institution is your friend, and it is not. So now we have protests. So I am going to quickly share my screen so that we can deal with the protesting that's going on now.
That's crazy. I ain't hear nothing about that. But if I would have said something.
No, this isn't the one. The detective hits young woman in Harlem on video. Let me make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see. Okay, and this is an article that was posted today. Mayor Eric Adams is back in the 32nd precinct after NYPD officer Kendall Kinsey was shown on camera knocking a 19-year-old Tamani Crumb, that's her name, Tamani or Tamani Crumb, to the ground in Harlem last Tuesday. I think the officers on the scene showed great restraint. They did what the system called for. They didn't turn off their body cameras. That's why we have footage of what happened.
Hold on. Let me see what she's not reading. The words are so blurry. Something. Damn, I don't see. Because you see, she be skipping shit, boss lady.
She does that a lot.
And you see how blurry she got it written. So what the hell is she reading?
I don't know who she. Yeah, that's her.
Cause she got it blurry. She got it really blurry. Something, and something called for the turn off their body camera, something, have footage of what happened. Something. I got to find it. Where she said this is at?
I'm not going to tell police officers to go out apprehend dangerous people and then come later when they did what they were supposed to do and not say you protected the people of this city. The disturbing incident occurred on the intersection of 135th Street and Adams in Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard, where police were arresting 22-year-old Elvin James. The initial cell phone video, along with the body cam, showed Crumb and Kinsey tussling before the officer thrust his arm out. Early reporting claimed a punch was thrown, although police commissioner says Kinsey struck with an open hand. The smaller Crumb was knocked off her feet and landed on her head, subsequently arrested. She's currently charged with one misdemeanor count of second-degree obstruction of governmental administration, according to the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Her lawyer could not be reached. We cannot ignore the systemic problems that continue to plague our community, she said in a statement. Lack of communication between NYPD and our residents, as well as culturally relevant training and expertise, is missing. There is no reason for a resident that hasn't committed a crime to be treated like a criminal.
Exactly.
I am deeply saddened by the excessive force used by Officer Kinsey.
Exactly.
Additionally, Richard Jordan recommends an elected civilian review board independent of a CCRB should exist to handle such a case. Skipping a few lines. On Wednesday,
of course you are.
The National Action Network rallied outside the 32nd precinct to condemn NYPD's actions on Friday.
Yeah, because he was dead fucking wrong. We seen it. That's why you reading fast. Because he was recommended. And yes, I do know the mayor. Hello. I'm going to get to the bottom.
According to the 32nd Precinct official Facebook page, the Bronx-born Kinsey is a veteran who left the Marines on a Friday and was sworn in as a police officer that following Monday. Okay, so we can stop. So
yeah, I know. You want to stop.
Now, here's my perspective on that whole thing. The obvious, yes, she shouldn't have ran up. She shouldn't have did this. She shouldn't have that. We understand that. The deeper problem is the response of the community. The deeper problem is the response of the guy in the video talking about she just a little girl. No, she's a grown woman, okay, that ran up into a situation that was chaotic. Culturally, we got a few things going on because, like I said, she got what she was supposed to get biologically and institutionally. Now let's talk about the cultural component, okay? A couple of things are happening. Number one, the cop as a black man is being held to a cultural standard of never hit a black woman no matter what kind of assault she do. See, this is the code. See, as long as black women want to talk about how dangerous black men are, what they won't say is that culturally our men take abuse from black women and are never supposed to return fire. There's never supposed to be any reciprocation for that abuse. So a black woman can have any type of violence that she wants.
I can't. I'm sorry. I cannot. I can't go no further with this. I can't. Boss lady, help me, please. Help me. Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. Help me.
I tuned her out a long time ago because she has no logical. She has no data. She has no receipts. Talking off the top of her head, which is really light. She's very lightheaded.
I don't know what the funk this lady is, but I would tell you one thing. It wasn't about, what about the black man that was on the floor? What about it took all of them cops? Let's go back. It took all of them cops for one man. You forgot that part, right? No, fuck that shit. Let's go back. Because she done got on my damn nerves. This chick right here. It's just mijo. Now, after this,
just so you can see it.
After this, video, after this commercial, she even got my thing rolling. Come on now, the AARP. Now look.
Cop clocks tiny woman in horrific video of chaotic arrest. You know what? If she was so little, she should have stayed where she was at. I see this, so
now,
let me go ahead and share.
Look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 cops for one man. You see the one man right there? So, and if you see, they are standing up. She's running because, see, this is how you know.
The video.
Now look. That's 6 cops. Now remember, it's 6 cops for one man. It's one man that's being arrested. She forgot to tell you that part. Let's go. Again, it's one man. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget the white shirts of cops too. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So far, I see 6 cops for one man. Let's go. As you see, when she ran, she did not run in the direction of the black cop. She ran in the opening to see what was going on with her man. Can you guys see that? Can you see? Can you see?
Yeah.
That she ran in the opening where the boyfriend was. So now we're going to see, when does the cop come next to her? She think we can't see shit neither.
Pick your stuff up.
The
Uh,
cop hit her first.
yeah, she
And
was
she
trying to pick up his
and she
stuff.
swat right. The cop must have moved her out the way, which we see the cop pushed her out the way
As
and
she
then hit her. She swung at the cop, but she didn't hit the cop. Then he laid her ass out. We're gonna show that again. Look, see, the cop pushed her out the way. She swung back and he laid her ass out. He still pushed her out the way. We're gonna go back. I wish I could slow motion for you guys. But she didn't even run to him. She went
no,
to
she
the opening. She's talking to the boyfriend. See? You see? He pushed her out the way. Then he knocked her ass out.
Yo, why would you do that? Yo, bro, why would you do that? You was just a little girl, bro. Come on, y'all niggas is violent. It's violent, my nigga. You're violent, bro. Why would you do that?
Now, do y'all see the boy or somebody touching him from the back?
yeah.
Why he didn't punch their ass out?
Why would you do that, bro? Bro, why would you do that, bro?
Look at his face.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You
Look at that face. Look at his face.
hell up, man. Come on,
That
bro.
man is disgusting.
Come on, bro. Yo,
People still pushing him. He ain't do nothing.
Mhm.
Okay.
People still pushing the cop. He did nothing. Hey, sissy.
But she didn't even push him. She just like swung her hand. She was like, it was like a reflex. She just kind of swung her arm.
Right, exactly. Like what do this platypus heifer want? When we don't stand up for black men, we wrong. And when we do, we masculine. Girl, that's what I'm trying to say. You hit that shit right on the head. Oh, you saw that, sissy? I'm telling you, that is crazy. You up there talking about she deserved it. First of all, like she said, pigs in the trust. Yo, that man, look, he looked really, I don't know if y'all can see his face really good, but that man looked really scary. He looked really demented and scary. And you could tell he don't like women. But it also tells me the girl is in the right. Imagine what if he abused power like that. Imagine what they would have did to her man.
Mm-hmm.
He one of the ones that if something happens to the man, he'll turn his head and act like he ain't see shit. That's the part she forgetting. That's the part that she's forgetting. You got like 7 or 8 cops for one man, right? She goes over there to check on her man to see what's going on. It's so many cops there.
She was trying to pick his stuff up off the ground, and that's when he pushed her.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I am sorry the way he did it so quickly and easily. He done hit a woman. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. And look at his face like he had knocked that bitch out. That because I don't even think he black. I don't even think that he black. And you could tell that he abuses his power. He already got cited 5 times already. He already got abuse of power twice. But can you imagine? I would be scared too with a cop like that. Because them the ones, he could beat that man up and then justify it. He looked like one of them cops that, that would do something to you. And you know how so the body cam don't see it? And like, you know how they would hit you like with a sock or something? He needs to be fired, no pension. I agree. I definitely agree. But he look like the one people that will hit you with something in the sock, so it don't leave no bruises, but you still fucked up. He looked like one of them type of popos. He remind me of one of them type of popos. And this chick say even the cops are tired of black women. Yo, she a sorry. That's some sorry ass shit. Boss lady. Let me see if she in or out. Her picture left. She in, but I don't know. Talk, boss lady. See if you can still say something. Well, she on mute. But I'm telling you, that is an absolute shame. And well, women think they could do what they want to men. And it's not. Girl, do you know it's a black man they got in handcuffs? I can't with this woman. I really can't. And this is why I have to, it makes me do more videos about this chick. Because somebody got to say something about this mammy. Somebody got to say something about this mammy. Somebody got to. This is ridiculous. I'm worrying about the boy and the girl. You got all them cops there for one guy. All you needed was two people. He already under arrest. He's already got the handcuffs on him. So what are all of you cops there for? People scared that their loved ones might not make it home. All the police brutality that goes on, can you blame her? This chick is crazy. This chick, she lost her mind. She's crazy. And today is, no, I don't know what today is. Shit. What they got firecrackers out for? That's crazy. We don't want no firecrackers at this time of night. We don't need to see that crap. But baby, I am finished with this video because she has disgusted me. Even the title disgusts me. What's happening to that young man disgusts me. What's happening to the young woman disgusts me. And what this lady has to say disgusts me. It's disgusting to have an officer. He didn't even back down, and they just locked her on the floor. What can you say? What can you say? What can you say? Oh shit! I'll wait. Oh, because she's a woman. So yeah, let her get knocked around because she's a woman, right? Now, if something happened to her man, who cares what happened to her man? Long as you satisfy the people who's watching your channel. The people who watch her channel is so fucking delusional. I guarantee you they're not going to notice what they did to the man because they hate women so much. But according to her, black women get away with everything. Hello. This lady done pissed me off. Where is my damn it. I want to read the things before I go off. Oh shit. Where my little bag of candy at, boss lady? You took my candy? Why they got firecrackers? Gosh, it's too late for this. I just want to read a couple of comments, then I'm out of here. This chick is sick. She is crazy. What people do for money. What people do for money. What people do for money. Now she says, as a black man growing up on the west side of Detroit, I have to say our community has a lot of backwards, stupid, and self-destructive cultural norms. Anything goes on in the black community, blah, blah, blah. Some reports say she slapped him first. For most men, retaliation when women physically confronted is instinct. The same happened to me in my 20s. She slapped me. I saw stars. Next, I remember picking her up off the floor. I think I've learned to not live by instinct. Now, what? But don't test me. Listen, Wallah, this is a police we're talking about. Shut up. You can't be an adult and expect to be treated like a toddler. We as black people have been taught to support chaos and dysfunctional, which is why we are where we are today. I don't know what the police officer was supposed to do. You don't know what the fuck the police officer is supposed to do? But I would say this. If a black woman wants to act like black men, they deserve to be treated like black men. The officer was not in the wrong. Of course, you'll say that. A lot of black women are doomed, lost because they need to wake up. Stop being foolish and get your act together. Okay. It's interesting how grown black women can hit and beat anyone from black men to black children, and no one is supposed to defend themselves. What do they got to do with what the cop did? Okay. Jason says, I saw this a day or two ago. My thought was, don't start none, won't be none. She had no business getting involved with that situation. This is what mind your business means. A similar situation occurred at a college football game to a non-black woman at the university, whatever. The lady was wrong. Of course the lady was wrong. She ain't tiny. She's tall and slim. Oh, shut up. Bold enough. This guy says, this piece of shit, his name is Macia. This made me smile. Gotta love equality. Wow. It made him smile watching a woman get knocked out. See, these, yo. Oh, God. I'm praying for women like Kendra. Shut up, Sega. This guy said this made him smile. Now imagine how emboldened black women feel. It's not a cop. They do whatever they want to do. Oh, okay. I remember an incident in Philly where a woman spit on a cop. This is not Philly, and she didn't spit on a cop. I live in North Carolina. However, I grew up in the city and learned at a young age the police in any city, especially urban areas like New York, will beat your butt. I totally agree with you, Sister Kendra. She had no business running upon that huge brother, black women seem to just lose control. Again, nobody said nothing about the man. Nobody said how many cops was there for a man. The cop was actually praised by the NYPD and the honorable mayor, equal rights. That's a lie. I should write that's a lie. That is a damn lie. The cop was not praised. That's a lie. These modern women love moms. That's a lie. The cop simply defended himself. Lady, please stop putting your hands on men. I said it before, I say it again. You know what? Y'all people going to hell. That's what she get. The red pill is meant to be a path of self-improvement. These witches, yo, look at the hate for the women. They hate women so much. They hate women so much that they still didn't notice it was like 8 cops there for one guy, for one freaking guy. They hate women so much that they didn't realize us as real black women, if that's our man or a family member or somebody that we really know, it's a shame that we are taught, because of the history that we have with police officers, we are taught that when they grab somebody, for other people to come out and be a witness to make sure they're still alive. That's what's ingrained in our brain. That's ingrained in our brain. Now, if nothing happened to us black people, especially the black man, which the woman is protecting the black man, but y'all chewing her up for protecting the black man. But that's what we do. We can't help it. That's what we do. Yeah. Police officers are, yeah. Do black men really think we give a F about them protecting us? Tell a story. We have pum-pums and not a problem to use them. And black men are the ones committing the crimes. She was scared that with all them cops there, she was scared they was gonna beat that man. Cause that's what we all think. When we see so many cops arresting one person and there's so much force and chaos, why? The man is standing there, he's in cuffs. She just went there to see what happened. She ran in the hole. She didn't run to him. She ran in the hole. She wanted to see what happened. And even when cops tell you to get back and leave it alone, you know when we do that, things still happen. And we are programmed now to when a cop or something arrests somebody, we're programmed to put on our camera just in case something happens, they need proof, right? Now, when all the things happen to the black people, thank goodness a lot of the women were there with their cameras. Women has more balls than men. And a lot of men don't like that. And these mammies, they lying, they hiding, they're living in a facade. But it's a shame. It's a shame. You took a video. I could see if a man didn't get arrested and she was acting like, if she was jumping up in the cop's face and he had to knock her down because she was acting belligerent or something like that, I could be like, yeah, I see why he knocked her little ass down. Well, she went to check on her man. She went to check on her man. How do you turn the video around to a woman hitting on a man? You don't even know if that cop hit her man. It's ridiculous. This is how low. This is how low we are as a people. No, he didn't have to hit her like that. But this is what we have became as people. This is what we have become. This is where we at. I'm not going to even watch the rest of this dumb shit she got to say. Because it's dumb. But I would say this is where we at as people. We are never gonna unite. It's not gonna happen. As much as you guys want it to happen, it's not going to happen. Long as we got these mammies that's against the black women, long as we keep putting the old against the new, the same way academics sat up there and called the pioneers of hip hop old and dusty. That's putting old against the young, man against woman, woman against child. Everybody is against one another. Baby, we ain't going nowhere as black people. We ain't going nowhere. Yeah, he could have ended her life. Or she had something that would have caused him harm. Exactly. I could understand that. We not, all the stuff we want as black people, it ain't gonna happen. It's not. Would he have been the hero if she lost her? Oh yeah. To her, to this hyena chick, he would have been a hero. He would have been a real hero. Because, baby, I would have laid right there. I would have laid right there and said, call the ambulance. I'm telling you, I'd have like, I'd have like I would have laid right there for the ambulance. How? And you want to arrest her after you laid her out? No, you calling me an ambulance. I'm not getting in your police car. I'm going by ambulance, damn it. Alcadebus look musky. Don't he do? He do look musky all the time. He's another fuck boy. Sorry to say, he's a fuck boy. He's another fuck boy. All this, well, black people need to do that. It ain't gonna happen. It's never going to come together. It's sad. It is what it is. It is what it is. And these black men, they act like they down with us. And then I be seeing them on other channels and shit going with what the men say. Why are they so jealous of us? I'm like, what is it about us? Y'all so jealous. I'm like, y'all mad. First, y'all mad because y'all claim we pick Dusties. Then y'all mad with us because we pick men that look good and smell good. Then y'all mad at us because we want to work. The bills is bad, we want to work. Then y'all mad at us because y'all broke and can't take care of y'all kids. Women had to get on public assistance to get an apartment and to feed their kids. They mad at us for that. Like, God damn, what do y'all want? What the hell do y'all want? Because We would like to know, does that include feeding the children? If you don't have no money, and regardless of what we do, we are wrong, what do you want us to do? Wait for you to bring the bacon home? You ain't working. You ain't doing shit. It's this other video. I'm going to show it. I'll probably do that the next video. When the man is mad because the lady said the girl and the kids could stay at her house, but the man cannot stay. And he's mad. And I want to know your opinion on that. I'm getting ready to get out of here because I cannot look at her anymore. But if you guys would like to check her out, her name is Crimson Cure. Whatever the hell. But I cannot. Her mammy is. Exactly. I'm going out and I'm coming back. But I'm coming back on my other channel because I ain't been over there. I got to go over there. So I'm out of here. I can't look at her anymore. I'll catch you guys on the other side. Peace out. Like, comment, subscribe. Do whatever you like. Peace.